grabbing space in the center. The dark squared bishop is ready to be developed. This popular knight move fights for central control and can lead to a variety of openings. Controlling the d5 square and leaving space for the knight to develop on the c3 square. e6 opens up a line for the dark squared bishop and prepares to castle quickly, while preparing to push a pawn to d5 and recapture with a pawn if captured. Knight c3 develops the knight to fight for the e4 square and to control d5. A flexible move that develops the bishop and pins the knight. Knight f3 develops the knight, defends the d4 pawn and controls the e5 square. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. Out comes the bishop and into the battle. This strikes at the center with a pawn, trying to gain space. After all captures, this is an equal trade. A straightforward recapture. The opening development is progressing well. The best option was to kick a bishop. The bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. Right on target. This threatens to win material because the defender is pinned. This kicks a bishop. This avoids clear danger. There were worse moves, but also something much better. Castling to the same side of the board is a more cautious approach. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade, a clear recapture. This is a fair move. This threatens to kick a knight. This permits the opponent to eventually win material. This creates a counter threat against the knight, as opposed to retreating. This is an equal trade. Very precise. The best option was to develop a bishop and attack the center. A straightforward recapture. Developing the bishop and increasing influence in the center. This wins material. This moves the rook to safety. White still has the better position, but they lost their winning advantage. This protects the attacked pawn. This creates an isolated pawn. This threatens to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. The pawn is now adequately defended. This permits the opponent to take an open file with a rook. The best option was to take an open file with a rook. This misses an opportunity to tactically win a pawn. White still has an advantage, but they no longer have a winning position. After all captures, this is an equal trade. A solid recapture by White, bringing a new piece. This moves the bishop to safety. White was better off, but now their position is winning. The clearly correct move for a threatened queen. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade, a clear recapture. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure, pushing a passed pawn. The knight finds a new active square. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. This misses a better way to increase a bishop's scope by moving it to a better square. The better move was to move a rook to safety. A very strong play. This is the strongest option. A solid choice. This activates the king in the endgame by getting it off of the back rank. An active king is critical in the endgame, and getting it, that's fine. One of the best moves. This is a fair move. Right on target. A very strong play. This moves the bishop to a more active square, making it gain. Very precise. The rook is now on an open file, which helps control squares across the board. This blocks White's pawn. Now Black can't stop White from winning material if they make the right moves.